we go, losing self-control.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about pumping one-on-one or pumping questions and answers. I hope this video will help you guys and help you to answer your questions that you have in mind. So if you don't know me, my name is Angie Lowis and I'm a mom with 1-year-old son named Brandon, and I love to make videos about motherhood, tips and hacks, baby product reviews, vlogs. So if you like that kind of video, make sure you subscribe and click that bell button because I post video every week, so you will not miss any video that I post. Without further ado, I have a list here with me. I have about 21 questions and I will answer them all. So for the first one is, do you need to massage your breast when pumping? Yes. So for the first few weeks when I start pumping, I need to keep massaging my breast while I'm pumping, because if I don't do that, there might be a lump and it's really painful, and I had that before, and I will talk about how to solve that later on. So if you're starting to pump, make sure when you pump, you massaging your breast. And how to massage your breast is just press your breast and on the direction to your nipple. For the second question is, do you leak? And I asked a lot of my friends whether they leak, and most of them say no. When I start pumping, my breast is not really used to it yet, and I have a lot of milk later on, so when I take shower, a hot shower, after that it keeps leaking everywhere. So just in case your experience is same like mine, so don't worry, because after 3 or 4 months it will not leak anymore. And my tips is to pump first and then take a shower. Otherwise, if you take a shower and then it will leak and then you will smell like milk again. For the third question, do your breasts hurt when your milk is coming and when your breasts are full? Yes, for the first few months, at the beginning every 2 hours, and my body feels chill and I feel like I had a fever and I have to pump it out, so I am really hesitant to go anywhere. But actually, you can just bring your pump. So if you want to go out, you can just bring your pump and you can pump in the public or in the public washroom, because most of washroom in US or Canada, they have like nursing room, and I know in Asia as well, like in Indonesia, they have nursing room right now. So you can just bring your pump, otherwise you will get crazy like me. For the first 2 months, I just don't want to go out and I feel really down. And after that it will get better. So after 2 hours, my breast will hurt after 3 hours, and then 4 to 6 hours later on. So don't worry, it will get better. Number 4 is, does it hurt when you pump? Does it hurt when you pump for a long time? Does it hurt when you pump often? And what is the solution? Yes, it felt my breast got electric shock in the beginning because my nipples are just not used to it, but later on it will not hurt anymore. You can increase the pumping machine's level. So at first I pump with level 3 or 4, but later on I can increase it to 7 or 8, and then it will get more efficient. So in a couple minutes you can get a lot of milk. Does it hurt when you pump for a long time? Yes. So for the beginning, I don't have enough milk and I keep pumping to stimulate my breast to increase the milk supply. It hurts so bad, so I pump about 20 minutes, and once or twice I even pump for 45 minutes. But I don't recommend that. I talked to my lactation doctor that she doesn't suggest that as well. So pump for 20 minutes only for the beginning, and if you have enough milk already, you can pump like for 10 minutes. Also, yes, it hurts when I pump often, because for the first few months I pump like every 2 hours, so basically I pump 12 times in 24 hours. And my breast hurts, so my solution is to use Lantino nipple cream. It helps so much, and I don't have any cracked nipple or bleeding nipple. I'm also gonna put the link at my description box below. Number 5, how long did I pump? So I got a lot of questions about this as well. My answer is depends on your milk supply, depends on your breast, depends whether you can handle it or not, because it's really painful. For me, for the first few weeks I pump for 20 minutes. So basically I don't really sleep, because you know, for newborn they wake up at every 1.5 hours or 2 hours. So at that time I was very lucky because my mom helped me. So for the first 2 weeks I just concentrate on pumping, and my husband and my mom helped me to change the diaper, and yeah, I basically feed the baby with the bottles. For the first few weeks I also nurse my baby directly, but sometimes he doesn't want to. Sometimes he refuses my breast, and then later on he only wants to take 1 breast. So sometimes I nurse and then I pump afterwards. So can you imagine? Yeah, so basically no sleep. So again, the answer is 20 minutes, and then later on if this gets better, if you have steady milk supply already, you can pump for 10 minutes. And you can also watch my video how to increase the milk supply. And what I mentioned on that video is if you want to increase your milk supply, pump a couple minutes after your milk is finished, like after your breast doesn't have any milk anymore. That way it will stimulate your breast to produce more milk. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that in details because it's gonna be a long video, so make sure you check that other video. And next question is, do you need to pump your breast until it's empty? And the answer is yes for the first few months, because if you don't pump until it's empty, you will get engorged, you will have lumps on your breast, and it's really painful. So you have to pump until it's empty. Later on, after a couple months, the breast are used to it, you can pump whatever you like. So let's say if you pump every 10 minutes, suddenly you have to pump for 8 minutes. I think your breast can handle that. And number 7 is, what is your pumping schedule? So I talked about this on my previous video as well, but basically I pump every 2 hours the first 2 months, and then I pump every 3 hours, and then I pump every 6 hours. And at the time I wake up at night. So some people prefer not to pump at night, but at the time my breasts are just really painful, so I have to pump every 2 hours and have to wake up, otherwise I will get fever or chill. Your baby will wake up anyway, so it's like a alarm clock. My baby is like wake up every 2 hours, the exact 2 hours. So for example, he wake up at 12 and later on he will wake up at 2 o'clock precisely. And so my next question is, do you need to pump at night? So for me, yes, because my breast hurt and because my baby keep waking up anywhere and he needs to drink milk, so I have to wake up and pump that. So usually I pump after my milk supply is steady, I pump like 260 ml for both breasts. So I usually divide it into 2 bottles, 130 and 130, and it will last. In Canada, it's cold at the time, it's winter at the time, so it can last for 6 hours. So what happened is I can give the first bottle to him, and then after 2 hours I can give him the second bottle without putting this on the fridge. And later I can train my breast to pump only once at night. And so what will my baby drink? So at that time my husband or my mom will heat up the extra milk that I have on the fridge, so they will heat that up and give the bottle to Brandon. Number 10, this is really important. What do you do if you have lumps? Try to massage your breast with a warm small towel, and you can compress your breast. You can also massage your breast again in direction to your nipple, and because it's really hurt and it's really uncomfortable and you have to pump as well, it's better if you have your partner or your mom or somebody else to help you to massage your breast. I know it sounds really weird, but trust me, it's really helpful. So while you pump, they can try to massage your breast. It's really painful, I know, and if it doesn't work, and my friend told me this and it's really true, nurse your baby. If they want to take your breast, nurse your baby and it will suck the lump out, so your lump will get softer. At that time I know that lump is pretty serious. You will get engorged. If I don't tackle the lumps, I will get mastitis, and I know it's really painful. You have to take antibiotics sometimes. Sometimes you have to get hospitalized. So the first thing is massage your breast when you pump. Second is to pump your breast until it's empty. It has to be empty. You have to feel your breast, like you can move your breast and it's not stiff. You can feel it when your breasts are empty. You can like move it and soft. But if it is full and it's not empty, it will feel like it's really stiff. So you will know. If it is really bad, you have to talk to a doctor. Maybe they will give you medicine, maybe they will give you antibiotics. I bought a cold cabbage, so it really hurts. I put 2 cold cabbage on my breast and it helps. Some people also use like diaper that they put on the fridge. They wet it and they put it on the fridge and put it on their breast. So it doesn't matter. And which pumping machine do I use? I use Medela Freestyle, so it can pump 2 breasts at the same time. And yeah, it really helps. But I also know that I also heard that Spectra is really good. I know a lot of people that live in US and Indonesia use Spectra. You just have to try it out. For me, it's really lucky. My friend said Medela Freestyle is really good because it will save your time. It can pump both breasts in 10 minutes. You can get it out, I mean later on. But I think you just have to try it, because I know that some people cannot use like an automatic pumping machine. They have to use the manual one, and it works for them. And any tips for the pumping parts? Yes, I talked about this on my previous video as well. So basically, if you have to pump every 2 hours, you will get crazy if you wash it and then dry it, because I did that before. So don't do that. So technically the breast milk can last in the fridge for up to 5 days, but of course don't wash it every 5 days. So you can take the pumping part. I usually wipe it with a small towel, and I change this towel every day. Wipe it with small towel, put the pumping parts on the Tupperware box or something, put it on the fridge, and then wash it daily. Or sometimes if it's really smelly, you can wash it twice a day. And I know some people use paper towel to wipe it, and they can just throw it off, but I just use small towels, and I just wash this every day. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. And just in case you have to go out and of course you don't have a fridge on hand, you can take your pumping parts, put it on Ziploc bag, and bring an ice pack and cooler bag. So put a cooler bag and then ice pack and then the pumping parts. It can last up to 24 hours. Number 13 is how to pump efficiently. So you can attach your pumping machine into your bra, but sometimes I still need to hold it a bit, otherwise it will leak. Number 14, what milk bag that I use? I use Lancino. Do you use breast pad? Yes, I use Lancino breast pad as well. And I change it every day or sometimes twice a day if it's really smelly and if I leak a lot. Do you drink any supplement? Yes, I talked about this before. I drink Lanchar 3 times a day. But after that I got a lot of milk. That's why I got like a chill and fever on my body. So I know a lot of people, I know my friends try Lanchar and it doesn't work for them. So talk to your doctor, and sometimes they can give you like domperidone or something else. Talk to your doctor because I'm not an expert. How to increase your milk supply, I talked about this on my previous video, so make sure you check that out. I know it's really helpful for a lot of people, so hopefully it will be helpful as well for you. Number 18 is what level did you use for your medulla? And I asked this question for my friend as well before, so I used level 3 and 4, but later on after my breasts are used to it, I can change it to level 7 and 8. So in a couple minutes I can get a lot of milk already, so it's really efficient. For the first few weeks, if you try level 7 or 8, your nipples is gonna be really painful because you will feel like you just got an electric shock. So don't do that. So be patient, you can increase the level later on, but for now do whatever works for you. Number 19, can you mix different date of milks on one bag? And the answer is yes, as long as the temperature is the same. So for example, you have January 1st milk bottle in the fridge, now it's January 2nd, you have leftover, so you put it on the fridge as well until it's cold, and then after it's the same temperature you can combine it into one milk bag. Number 20, what do you do for the first few weeks when you want to increase your supply but your breast hurts? So I think I mentioned this before. So before pumping, I take a hot shower and then I compress my breast with a warm small towels and then massage them in the direction of my nipples. And then I use Lancino cream on my nipples, and then I pump. And then later on, after I'm done, I put cold cabbage on my breast. Number 21, or the last question, is how many milk bottles that I have? I have about 13 bottles. It's Dr. Brown and Medulla bottles. And so for the first few months, I wash my bottles twice a day. But later on, when he doesn't drink that often, like I only wash him once a day. So anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. So I hope you like this video. I like to help other moms as well. Motherhood is hard, especially for new moms. We need to support each other. That's why I make this video. If you like this video, make sure you like it and subscribe. Good luck and happy pumping. Bye guys.
Round we go, losing self-control.